Good morning. Um, what's today? Wednesday, hump day. Happy hump day. You're halfway there. And this is like everybody's really, truly first full week back in the office, back on your jobs. So it's going to seem like a much longer week, but guess what? You're halfway there. So that's an amazing feeling because the weekend is on the way. Great. So, I hope everyone woke up full of life, full of energy, full of great, happy thoughts and joy. So, you can just get your day done in a great space. Today, we're going to talk about shame. And shame normally comes when people have been or received some type of verbal abuse, whether it's in childhood and you were told you were stupid. Some parents say things like, I didn't want you anyway, you weren't planned, you were a mistake. Those type of things can bring on shame. And shame is not feeling worthy, feeling inferior, having low self esteem. As an adult, you can develop that shame thinking from being in relationships where you're told you're nothing, where you're physically abused, you're emotionally abused, you're verbally abused, and you begin to receive the things that you're told because they're told consistently over and over again every day. You're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, no one wants you, you'll never be anything, you're not lovable, no one will love you, you can't do anything right. Those type of things bring on that shame thinking, and that person begins to become what the other person is telling them they are, and they forget about that bright energetic person that they were, that carefree person, that stable person. That person dies out and they become this new person who is burdened and who doesn't feel lovable, and they don't feel worthy, and they don't feel as good as others might feel. So that stuff is ridiculous. So some of the things that I looked up were for the shame thinking, the irrational thoughts. It was, I need everybody's approval. So ask yourself that today. Do I look for the approval of other people? Because these things are going to be indicators to, if you have shame in your life, how much shame you have in your life. But guess what? Once you recognize it, we can do something about it. So ask yourself, do I seek the approval of others? Right? In other words, can I make decisions on my own, or do I need to check with somebody? Or do I need someone to tell me that this is a great outfit today, or that, my hair is good today, or that my statement I made, was that okay? Did I do good? Did I say that right? Did I, those type of things. And then the feeling of, I need to be perfect, always pushing yourself to that perfection that doesn't exist, setting the bar so high that you can't reach it, so you consistently feel like a failure and you start to doubt yourself, but it's just because you're reaching for a perfection. So ask yourself, do I carry that need around, that I need to be perfect? And if you think about that, if you are carrying that need around to feel like you need to be perfect, then um, ask yourself, if when I don't complete something and I don't feel satisfied that I've been perfect, do I feel inferior? Do I have shame associated with that? Mistakes are bad. I have clients that think that the mistakes are just the end of the world. Okay. And they just feel so terrible if they make a mistake because they're often brutalized when they do make a mistake. They're often punished for making a small error, like putting on the wrong movie, or turning on the wrong song, bringing the wrong cup, not putting enough sugar in the coffee, just anything that's so stupid, right? That someone should not be upset about, but that person blows up and tells that person, "You're so dumb, you can't do anything right." And then that person begins to take on that feeling of, if I make a mistake, it's so bad. It's so bad. So ask yourself, when you make a mistake, what thoughts are in your head? What are you telling yourself when you make a mistake? Are you telling yourself you're stupid? Are you telling yourself you're not good enough? What thoughts are in your head? The other one, it says, if I'm not like so and so, then I'm not valuable. I'm not a valuable person. I don't have any worth if I can't be like this person. If I don't act like this person, dress like this person, then I'm not valued, because we can't find that value in ourselves. So ask yourself that. Is there someone that I'm trying to be like, or am I authentically in love with who I am? Everyone can see my faults, and feeling like you're constantly being judged, because actually we probably are. It's just that, who cares? Remember, you ain't paying my mortgage, you ain't paying my car note, my car insurance. Psh, I don't even have time to care about what you're thinking about. So are you worried about your flaws, right? Do you feel like you have to cover up things that you've done, and you don't want anybody to see, and you're just so desperate about it because you feel that you're going to be judged? I'm not worthy of forgiveness. Especially when you're in an emotionally, verbally abusive relationship, that's what they'll make you feel like. You're not worthy of. You're not going to get forgiveness. You don't deserve it, because you're such a terrible person. You're such a bad person. You don't know. You're not worthy of it, right? And so you begin to feel like, oh, I did this. And I can probably promise you right now, half of the stuff that you think you did wasn't even nothing. That person just blew it up to make you think it. It's an illusion, right? Because they want to destroy you. That's how people control you, is by breaking you down so that you feel like you're nothing. And then they can twist you and turn you and mold you and have you do things you never thought you would do, and say things you never thought you would say, under their control. So those irrational thoughts and belief are what fuel that feeling of shame. So I really want you to ask yourself those questions. And so guess what? Here's the thing. We don't want you to feel shamed. We don't want you to have low self-esteem, because you don't have to. You are a unique individual, and own it. I've always been different. I own it. I don't want to be like everybody else. I like that I'm quirky. I mean, I can go from a three-piece suit to some ripped jeans and a shirt that says "rock out" in 5 seconds, or some sweats, or a nice dress, or a mink coat, or whatever, because I do what I want to do. And you've got to get to that place that you don't need anybody's approval for who you are. Be yourself. Religion can be such a weight to people, because they're not allowed to be themselves. They're not allowed to talk about their issues. They're not allowed to say anything, because they will be judged and sent to hell in 5 minutes, right? But it doesn't work like that, because it's nobody's business who I am. God's love covers all of that. He said, with loving kindness I have drawn thee. And as people, that's what we got to start, loving people more and stop judging them. Mind your business, right? I know I got a bunch of business. I don't have time to mind nobody else's business. I got too much going on, right? And we got to be supportive and stop making people feel ashamed. People should feel loved, not ashamed. People should feel free to be who they are and to discuss it. A lot of people, for some things that they want to change, could change if we could just shut up and listen and stop judging and stop putting that bad energy out there, and just open up our ears and just listen and let them get out that hurt, that pain, and then reassure them that you don't have to be ashamed. You are loved. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are important. I speak that over you today. You are loved. You are worthy. You are valuable. There's no price for you. You are so valuable. What you have to say is important. You know, sometimes you're in a room, you're in a meeting, and everybody's spurting out their ideas, and you just hold yours because you're ashamed. You don't think it's good enough. You are good enough. You are good enough, and you can do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to the negativity of others, honey. You don't even accept that. Be gone. Yeah, somebody. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's your best friend. You think who you think is your best friend. If they're constantly spewing negativity on you, trying to bring you down, it's not your friend. Get rid of them. You need to get with a group of people that are like-minded, believe like you, think like you, and lift you up and push you to excellence. You don't need nobody dragging you down. We do that on our own. You need people that can lift you up and speak life into you, speak love into you, encourage you, motivate you, so that you can open up your heart and receive all the goodness and love that you deserve. You don't deserve to be hit on. You don't deserve to be trash talked. You don't deserve to be put down. We all make mistakes. So what? Fix it and move on. If it's a mistake, learn from it and move on. You know, until we die, we're going to make mistakes. Accept it. Accept who you are. I'm not perfect. Look in the mirror and say, I'm not perfect, but I am going to be the best version of myself I can be. And somebody want to call out a mistake you made, say, let's talk about, tell me some of the mistakes you made, how you fixed it, because we all make mistakes. So be empowered today, men and women. Walk in love today, and don't let nothing take your joy, and be the best version of yourself. And as always, guess what? Oh, I want you to do this. Ask yourself these three things. Sorry. What's one thing that you have changed for the better in your life? Two, what is one thing that you can think of that you have done to help someone else in need? Three, what is one more thing in your life right now that you feel positive and grateful about today? Okay? So think about it, ponder it, answer those questions, because that's speaking life into yourself so you can see the goodness that's in you, what you've done, how you help other people. And guess what? Let's do the thing today, and let's make today amazing.